friends, so I have a great video for you guys today. You guys know my absolute love of Erin Condren products and their planners, and I buy one every single year, but Recollections, guys, is stepping up their game. Now, I went to a Recollections planner a couple years ago, and I ended up switching back to an EC planner simply because some of the things that I didn't like, but I kind of think they fixed it. I think that they have nailed it, and I love all the changes that they made. And honestly, next year, I may just skip out Erin Condren altogether. I don't know. I do love Erin Condren's reward system, so I always have a little bit off. But if you are starting fresh and you just don't have one or the other, you can't beat the price point for these guys. This is $29.99, and there's always a 40% off coupon online. I actually got it for 60% off this week, $12.50 or something after tax. I don't know. I bought two planners. I bought this one, and you'll see this video and another one on the budget planner, and it was like $25 for both of them. So yeah, great price point, and I absolutely love it. So let's just jump in, and I'm going to give you kind of a look as we go, the differences in the Erin Condren and the Recollections. Now, I will say this, there are variations for both planners. So you can get a more neutral looking Erin Condren planner, and you can get different styles and the layouts. This planner is a horizontal, which I prefer for my normal planning, but I'm actually using this one for something different, and this one is the vertical layout. So the Recollections does have a vertical layout. I don't know if they have the timed layout like the Erin Condren does. I have used all three. In Erin Condren, I've used the time slots, I've used the vertical and the horizontal. I just prefer, because I write big and I like to write full sentences and things in my planner sometimes, I prefer the horizontal for my regular daily planning. But you can get that in the Recollections. I just chose this one. I liked the cover. There wasn't a whole lot of options left at the end of the year. I'm sure they'll be getting more, but I just really liked this one, and I wanted a vertical one because of what I'm doing with it. So that being said, let's just jump in. Let's just look at it and see, and I will go back and compare the two from time to time so you can see the difference. Okay, one of the things I want to point out is I actually have the Luxe version and an 18-month of the Erin Condren, so that is why it is so much bigger and thicker than the 12-month Recollections. They do have an 18-month version of the Recollections, so that is always an option. So, and it is the exact same price. So Erin Condren, to get an 18-month, I think it's $5 extra. So this one does have a hard cover on it because I did order the Luxe version this time. I'm not a fan of the Luxe, but that's for a whole different video. Then this one has the traditional Erin Condren type of cover. Now, I feel like the Erin Condren versions are normally like these with the like the laminate, the really, really hard, sturdy laminate. This is the budget binder, but this one is holographic, so it has a little bit different type of a cover, but again, that is just a version thing and not an exclusive. All Recollections have that, so if that's an issue for you, I just thought this was really, really cool with the unicorn in it. Yeah, just love it, it's all the things. I just love it. Anyway, that is just pointing out a few of the differences that aren't actually specific differences. They're just differences because of the different products, if that makes sense. Okay, I do apologize for the glare. When you open it up, there is this clear pocket. I do believe that this is in the back, or actually it's not in the back. You put it together with the coil clips in the Erin Condren, so you can just put it anywhere you want. I just always put it in the back. But anyway, it is not, again, all of these things are permanently affixed in their location because there are no removable things. I don't know if that was just because things kept falling out on the Recollections, or if it was part of the lawsuit, because I know the coil clips were a lawsuit type thing with the Erin Condren Recollections. So I don't know much more about that or anything, but I do know that these are permanently affixed in their current locations. Yeah, you know, it would be nice to put it in a different spot, but at the same time, I really like that it's not going anywhere. Then you have this Believe in Magic page. Now this is different than in the Erin Condren. The Erin Condren does have a similar page. I've been using my Erin Condren for a while now, so this is what the Erin Condren kind of looks like. It is, again, more colorful, but that's because I went with a colorful layout. If you went with the more subtle layout with the Erin Condren, it would look more similar to that. But that is very, very similar. I think I said different, but I think I meant to say it's very similar. Now, this is a page that is not included in the Erin Condren. I'm looking here. It's a little bit different of a thing. They have these goal type things. This is kind of neat. I really actually like this. I really like that you can kind of keep track. So say you're wanting to read the Bible every day, or you're wanting to get your water in, or your steps in, or whatever you're trying to do. It is really kind of cool to mark off, which days you did what. And I think this is like really, really cool page, and I'm excited about it. You have some important contacts page. The Erin Condren planner does have a contacts page as well. And I'm not going to show you each page, comparing each page, because most of you have seen 1.5 million Erin Condren videos and you know what they kind of look like. But just if there's something kind of startling difference, I'll kind of show you. But again, it's just cosmetic, and in each version, it looks a little bit different. Now here are the stickers. These look very similar to the original Erin Condren stickers. Now in the last few years, they have changed up their stickers ever so slightly, and I will give you kind of a look at what I mean by that. So we have some foil ones, and you'll see some emoji ones in this one, but these are kind of the traditional, what Erin Condren stickers used to look like. I actually really like these. So that is nice. Then you get a whole page of these and those, which I think are supposed to be like the similar to those. And then you have the folder. Now again, in the Erin Condren, I have used some of these. You get these, and they are foil. But again, you're not buying the planner just for the stickers alone. So, but again, you do get stickers in each of the books. And again, I just had a hard time closing that Erin Condren planner because that hardcover drives me crazy. Anyway, so then you have the what is considered the Keep It Together folder in the Erin Condren. It is just basically a folder. I would actually say that this is comparable, if not a little better, in the Recollections than it is in the Erin Condren. Very, very similar material. This one just feels a little bit thicker. That is all. Now, we are going to jump into the months. Now, I've already started writing a couple things in it, so I'm going to skip to a month that I haven't, just so I can show you what it looks like. But anyway, so this is just your month on a glance. Again, I will switch to the Erin Condren and kind of give you a real quick look. Again, I have the more colorful layout, so it probably looks very similar than if you had the more muted layout in the Erin Condren. But if you can see this, the boxes are virtually the same size. It's hard to see that, but they are virtually the same size. These are a little bit lighter print than the Erin Condren, but very similar. Over here you have a little bit of a dot grid section to write, whereas in this one you do have some lines and again the little flag, but again that changes with the different versions you have. So very, very simple. Would be great to decorate, or if you like just things like very clean and simple, this would be great for you. If you like to decorate your planner, this would also be great for you because it has lots of options. So in the weekly one, now this is where it's going to be completely different, simply because this is a vertical layout and I have the horizontal layout. Again, the Erin Condren offers 3 different layouts: the horizontal, the vertical, and the timed one. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure exactly what these actually called, but it basically has the hourly. That's what it's called. It's called the hourly. Anyway, so this is what it looks like with the Erin Condren horizontal, and the Erin Condren vertical looks very, very similar to this. So basically you have the 3 boxes, and it's really light. It's not real dark, but they are divided into 3 little boxes. There is nothing written on them, so they're blank, so you can write AM, afternoon, evening, or you can write, your kids' names or whatever you needed. However you needed to divide it up, you can divide it up. It does have a line section on the bottom. Another thing I like about is that the line section on the bottom is completely straight across. It is not divided with each of the boxes. I like that because sometimes I want to write something the whole length, or vacation, or just something across. And you could easily divide it up and use it as basically a 4th box, or you can write all the way across, and I like that option. On the side, you have a dot grid area to write notes, to-do lists, anything your heart desires. Also, like the Erin Condren, and I'll show you here, as the months change, see if you can find it, the color pattern also change. Erin Condren does that as well, and I absolutely love that they do that. It just makes it very clear for when one month ends and the next one begins. I really appreciate that in a planner. Basically, all of your months are going to look pretty much the same, except with the exception that the color pattern changes. One thing that is different in the Recollections versus the Erin Condren is that every other month, at the end of your weekly view, there is a notes page, and every other month it is a graph page. And then the next month, it is a notes page. And in the Erin Condren version, it is always a notes page. I prefer note paper, so I'm not sure why they went back and forth. It doesn't really bother me. It's not that big of a deal, but it is strange that it's every other month. It is different. I would have just preferred the notebook page. But that's, not a big deal. So again, basically all the months are the same. We'll just flip through. You can kind of see little subtle differences. This very much reminds me of the more simplified Erin Condren versions that do not have a lot of color. I just prefer a lot of color in mine usually, but then we get to the very end. So we get to the very end, basically like the other. So this is the end of December 2019. This will be the very first week of 2020. And so you have your, what would be your notes page, but then we have, let's see, several pages here, a couple pages of the graph pages. Looks like we have 3 pages of graph paper, and then we have several pages of notes section. And this note section is lined note page and then dot grid on the side, which I think is really interesting, but it's kind of neat. And then that is it. In the very back is like a dashboard type thing. Be great to write with a wet erase marker on. So that is all for the Recollections, a spiral bound planner. For 2019, I think it's super exciting. I'm loving the holographic different covers. They have so many different cover options. It was really hard. Probably a good thing that they were actually running low, because it made the decision a little bit easier, but there were still so many to choose from. Anyway, they have this in a budget binder and a goal binder and a faith binder, and they have, I call them binders, but they're binders. They're all spiral bound, and I just love them. And I think for the price point, you just can't go wrong. And if you're looking for an Erin Condren, something quality. I feel like the paper quality is very similar, from the quality of the paper to the covers to the spirals. I really think they are real close. I just don't know that there is a big enough difference in the quality, and even some people have had a little bit of issue with some Erin Condren quality, but that I probably would check out Michael's and give Recollections a try if you have one in your area, because I really think it's a great buy. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. What planner are you using? Did you find this helpful? Anyway, be sure to leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Anyway, I can't wait to see you. I'm planning to do lots of videos this year, so I'm really excited about things to come. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later, guys.